Yo, we on? I think we live, man. What's popping? Wait till some of y'all come in the chat. We gotta talk about this, man. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. I'll also be answering some questions on the minoxidil beard if y'all got any of those. I was supposed to make that video earlier this week, but got kind of sidetracked. So I still may do a question and answer video over the weekend with those questions that y'all asked on my life after minoxidil update video, but we really got to talk some boxing today, man. Shout out to all my boxing fans. I see you, John Smith. What's happening, man? Where y'all from? Whenever y'all come in here, man, let me know where y'all from. Yeah, you say Fury for the win. We gonna break it down, man. We gonna break it down because I feel like I can give an honest and unbiased assessment to this fight because I don't like neither one of these guys. Don't like them. I don't care who wins. I'm not betting no money. You know what I'm saying? Not betting no money. I don't care who wins. Don't like none of them. So I can be objective with my assessment. All right, I see you. John Smith from Tampa, man. I'm a few hours away from you, man. Down here in Fort Myers. We're going to wait till we get a few more people in here. Hopefully y'all saw that I was on live. We got to talk about this. We're going to talk about this fight, and we got a slew of boxing matches basically like every week for the rest of the year. And we're going to talk about all those different fights, which ones I'm excited about, which ones I'm going to watch, kind of give y'all my predictions, and we're going to break it down, man. And we may spin off and talk about some other topics as well, man. It is what it is. You know, in these live streams, anything goes. But appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. We got 2 people watching right now. Gonna give it a little bit, get some more people in because people requested this video. It's gonna be a big fight tomorrow. What's up, man? I see you. All right, so John Smith already said he think Fury gonna win. Who you think gonna win? I can't really pronounce your name, big dog. Who you think gonna win tomorrow's fight? As you can see from the thumbnail, I don't care nothing about no Deontay Wilder. I used to be a Deontay Wilder fan. All right, you got 504 Hulk, man. Shout out to Louisiana, New Orleans. Wilder about to get punished against no real footwork. All right. You got Fury. It seemed like everybody got Fury, man, so far. So, man, let's get down into this, man. So, the first fight was a pretty deep. Let's keep it real. The first fight was boring. It was a boring fight. I had Fury winning on points. The only 2 rounds that I had Deontay Wilder winning was the ones that he got the knockdown. Those 2 rounds. I don't know if it was like the 6th or the 7th, and then he got a knockdown in the 12th round. Now, some people say in the 12th round that Tyson Fury still won that round. To me, it doesn't make any sense. If you get a knockdown in a round, you automatically should win that round 10-8. So even though Fury technically did his thing for the rest of the round, you can't say that Fury won that round. But with that being said, in a 12-round fight, if you only win 2 rounds, even if those rounds are 10-8, when you calculate the score, you know what I'm saying, you don't win the fight that way. And I can tell people that the people that thought Deontay Wilder won the first fight are people that don't take score. Whenever you watch boxing, I recommend everybody take your own score. You need to score each round, you know what I'm saying, 10-9 or 10-8. And then at the end of the fight, tally up your scorecard. And the reason why I say that is because you're going to get an objective viewpoint of who won that fight, because if you don't keep scoring your own, you're going to forget what happens in those earlier rounds, and then you may be the prisoner of the moment, and then, you know what I'm saying, you may end up saying somebody won, where if you actually took score, you would have said something else. So I had Tyson Fury winning the first fight, even though he got knocked down twice, just based off of points in the score. The second fight, Tyson Fury basically did what he said he was going to do. I didn't think Tyson Fury had it in him when he said he was going to come forward, put Wilder on his back foot. I didn't believe it, and he did it. I remember, man, I was going for Wilder, man, and it was February, it was Black History Month. I remember I watched it at the movie theaters. I was the only black dude in the movie theaters. And Deontay Wilder, I felt embarrassed, man. All the white people in the movies was cheering and everything, and I was just like, man, this dude gonna get whooped like this. I had to walk out that movie theater with my head low. But I'm like, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You win some, you lose some, and Tyson Fury beat him every round. But what made me start not liking Deontay Wilder is the way he handled that loss. And to me, all those excuses, for the first excuse, his legs were tired because he was wearing that costume. The costume was too heavy. Then he talked about Mark Breland poisoned his water. He said Tyson Fury had messed up gloves. He just had every excuse in the book, and he just never took it. You got to take your loss, man. At the end of the day, he was a better man than you, and he didn't take that. You know what I'm saying? And I lost respect for him, especially when he threw Mark Breland under the bus, man. Mark Breland was one of the best amateur fighters in the United States history. And you can tell the dude is a stand-up dude. Why would your trainer, you know what I'm saying, the guy that stopped the fight, stopped you from potentially getting killed, why would he poison your water? And I didn't like, ever since then, with all them excuses, I'm not a Deontay Wilder fan. Let me read some of these comments. All right, you a baller? I ain't really no baller, man. I don't play how them bitches. Hey, man, I'm locked down, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm locked down, bro. I got one. Got a main one right now, man. The player days are over with. The second fight was wild. Yeah, man. Wilder embarrassed me, man. I was in the movie theaters embarrassed, man. All right, no lie. If he catch Fury with real power shot, he finna flatline him this time. Gotta respect that power. First match was outboxed. Second fight, Tyson was on him, pushing him. Look, bro, I don't think Deontay Wilder can knock Tyson Fury out. If you watch that second fight again, Deontay Wilder hit Fury with that straight right like 3 times. Clean shots. And Fury ate those shots. Go watch it again, man. He ate his best shots. So I don't know, man. All right, let me read some more of your comments, and then we're gonna get into we're gonna break down fight 3. All right. Yeah, that ass whooping had him confused. All right, so let's get down to it. We gotta further break down fight 2. So Fury was pressing him, and Deontay Wilder had nothing for him. And Fury said the 12th round of the first fight, he realized Deontay Wilder cannot fight off the back foot. So that's where it all starts at. If you ever boxed, it is hard to fight off your back foot. It's hard to fight going backwards. Not too many people can do that because you have to have really good balance. Also, you have to have really good footwork in terms of pivoting, stepping back, pivoting. You know what I'm saying? That's the way that you beat somebody or you counter somebody that's always pressing forward. And then when you're always fighting off the back foot, it makes you tired quick. If you've ever seen Deontay Wilder has no balance. He has skinny chicken legs and no balance. So he doesn't know how to pivot when somebody is pressing him. And Tyson Fury is a very crafty boxer. He does a lot of stuff that, you know what I'm saying, the normal person don't really see. He does little stuff that kind of breaks you down mentally, such as like holding on to you, grabbing your head, pushing you down, pushing the back of your head down. And all that stuff accumulates, and you know what I'm saying, I don't think Deontay Wilder can deal with that. So kind of going on to the third fight. I still think Tyson Fury is going to win the fight because I don't see how Deontay Wilder can win it. But at the same time, I don't think Tyson Fury will be as prepared as he was the second fight. I don't think he's taking this fight that serious. And the fight was scheduled earlier in the year, and they had to postpone it due to Tyson Fury catching COVID, which in my opinion, I don't think he had COVID. I think from what I heard, he was having a bad training camp and he was getting beat up in sparring and he just wasn't ready. He wasn't in shape. So he kind of faked catching the virus and he postponed the fight. So he done got like 2 more months to prepare for it. I still don't think he's 100% ready. I think he is kind of overlooking Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder has been training. He hired a new a new coach, and he's been looking real good on the bags and stuff like that. You've been seeing him training. You've been seeing him lifting weights. But everybody looks good on the mitts. Everybody looks good on the mitts. Everybody looks good hitting the bag. I don't know what he's going to look like when you got a 6'9", 270-pound man pressing forward on you that got a jab and is slick and knows how to do little bitty tactics to kind of get in your head. And all them workout videos, I never seen one video of Deontay Wilder working out his legs. And in boxing, everything starts from your legs, man. From your footwork, pivoting, your power. And Deontay, all I saw was him bench pressing. So I don't think Deontay Wilder, from a boxing standpoint, is gonna. I just can't see it, man. I can't see it. Brandon Lou, what city I live in? I live in Cape Coral, Florida. So it's like right next to Fort Myers. It's like at the bottom of Florida. All right, John Smith. Fury got too much weight on Wilder. It's too light. Yeah, you right about that, man. That weight, man, when you got somebody that's 50 or 60 pounds heavier than you, man, and he's also taller than you and can box better than you, that's a lot to deal with, man. It's weight classes for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Even like, let's say the smaller weight classes going from 140 to 147, that 7-pound weight difference is a lot. So just imagine being in the heavyweights and you got somebody that's 60 pounds heavier than you. That's a lot to deal with. And then he can outbox you. So, and I don't care how, when you 6'9", man, anybody, you can knock anybody out. People say that Tyson Fury don't have no power. 6'9", 270-pound dude can knock anybody out if he hits you clean. And so like but at the same time, I think Tyson Fury is gonna win this easily. I think it's gonna be similar to the second match. I just don't see what Deontay Wilder can do when he's pressed, man. I don't think he has the footwork and the legs to fight off the back foot the whole fight. And we all know he only got one punch, that right hand. I don't know if he's developed, you know what I'm saying, some more combinations or ways to disguise that right hand. I don't really know. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? And even if he did, a year of training without any tune-up fights, I don't know, man. That's tough to convince me that in a year of training without any real fights that you're going to be able to beat the number one heavyweight in the world that's a far superior boxer than you. But with that being said, I actually would prefer Deontay Wilder to win this fight. And the reason why I prefer Deontay Wilder to win this fight is because the winner of this fight, I think the WBC is mandating that they fight Dillian White. And that's going to be crazy. Deontay Wilder versus Dillian White, they have real beef, man. Dillian White has gotten in Deontay Wilder's head. I think Deontay Wilder may hate Dillian White more than he hates Tyson Fury. So I think that would be a good, entertaining fight. Especially that would be crazy if they fought in like the UK. I know I would tune in. I'll be more excited for a Deontay versus Dillian White fight than this fight that's coming up on Sunday. And then we got your boy Anthony Joshua. He's out the way. That man, that Anthony Joshua is soft, man. Golly. He just all the muscles, man. All them muscles don't mean nothing. Like, he is so soft, man. I didn't even watch that fight when he got whooped. But he wasn't, man, I watched the highlights. He wasn't throwing no hard punches. His jabs were so slow. I'm like, what is he doing? I think he might have got paid off to lose that fight, man. I don't know. All right, let me answer some more comments. Yo, Jermaine, you all good, brother, and same here. I want Wilder to win. I've been waiting for White and versus White. Man, I'm telling you, they should have been fought. Can you imagine a press conference for Deontay Wilder versus Dillian White? That'll be crazy, man. And I think, I don't know, man. Dillian White can fight. I don't care what nobody says, man. Dillian White can fight. I think that's a 50-50 fight to me, man. Because Dillian White is smaller than Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder is pretty successful when he fights smaller people. I think it's just that height, and when somebody has more of a reach advantage than Deontay Wilder, it's hard for him to land that right hand. But I think Deontay Wilder will put Dillian White to sleep. But I would love to see that fight, man. John Smith, I'd rather see Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, man. I wouldn't even want to see that. That they should have fought like 4 years ago, man. That fight, they marinated that fight too much. Like, Anthony Joshua hasn't been the same fighter since he lost his first fight to Andy Ruiz, man. He's so gun shy right now. It's like he's fighting not to lose. It's like he doesn't take any chances in a fight. And I'm like, bro, you're not a welterweight, man. You a heavyweight. Like, you have power. Let your hands go. He did not let his hands go against Usyk, man. Now, it was just so frustrating. I didn't even finish watching the highlights. If I was to watch that fight, if I would have been watching that fight in real time, I think I would have turned it off, man. Yeah, man. Anthony Joshua was washed up, bro. Especially if he loses another fight, bro. Like, Anthony Joshua is going to have to come to the United States or something, man. He got to get a new training. He needs new coaching, man. He needs to get in a rough gym, maybe go somewhere to like Philadelphia or something like that. Train with one of those guys to where he going to be in the gym where people don't really respect his hands. You know what I'm saying? And whenever he spar, they're going to be trying to take him off, trying to take him out. They're going to be trash talking him. Like, I don't know, man. He too soft, man. He just need to quit and just be a movie star or something. I don't know, man. But yeah, Anthony Joshua's mistake is he tried to outbox a boxer when he needed it. Yeah, he needed to just let your hands go, man. And then another thing, Anthony Joshua was probably not used to fighting a southpaw. But yeah, man, all he had to do was let his hands go. Like, even his jab, I'm like, why is his jab so slow? It's like he didn't want to be in that ring. He was just so cautious to not get hit. And he got a glass jaw too, man. Every time Anthony Joshua would get hit, his legs get weak and wobbly, man. I don't know, man. I don't think it's nothing that can save Anthony Joshua. I feel like he's really been exposed, man. And I think Wilder would knock Anthony Joshua clean out, because the way Anthony Joshua boxes and just trying to, you know what I'm saying, pity pat punches and staying on line, he would get served up by that right hand by Wilder. He wouldn't even press Wilder. And then Anthony Joshua doesn't have good head movement. Wilder would knock him clean out. Wilder will go missing if he gets, Wilder might kill himself if he loses this fight tomorrow. Because he ain't going to have no excuses. I don't want to hear nothing about no gloves. And then he going to complain about that costume, and now he going to wear another costume. So I don't want to hear about no gloves. I don't want to hear about your corner poisoning your water. I don't want to hear about no costume. I don't want to hear about nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you lose, you're going to have to take your loss, Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to take your loss, bro. And I respect Deontay Wilder for getting in the ring, you know what I'm saying? But you got to take your loss, bro. And I don't know, man. I think this was a bad idea. He should have went after Joshua, man. Because, like you say, man, if he loses against Tyson Fury again, man, I don't know how he's going to come back from that. Yeah, that press conference between Wilder and White will be more interesting than Caleb Plant. And we're going to get into that Caleb Plant versus Canelo. We gonna get into that, man. That's gonna be that's an interesting fight. Remember, I told you about the right after on Instagram, bro. Trust me, it was trash, man. I feel like he lost that killer instinct. Yeah, man, he did lose that killer instinct. He been lost his killer instinct. If you watch Anthony Joshua before that Andy Ruiz fight, he was a killer, man. He was laying people out, laying people out. I don't know what's going on. Do you think Joshua will be differently in the man? If he gotta get a different, he gotta get somebody in this corner, man. If Anthony Joshua can beat him if he's more aggressive, he needs to stop boxing. You know what I'm saying? And even if he wants to box, he got to throw. His jab was so lazy and so slow. And I'm just like, how in the world are you supposed to be? Do you expect to land this jab throwing slow like this? He need to double up on the jab, do some power jabs, and then come with the right. I don't know, man. He gonna have to. He need to get into a hardcore gym with some killers. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna toughen him up. But I don't know. He can beat Usyk, man. Shawn Porter or Crawford, man. Come on. I'm a Crawford fanboy, man. I got $20 for anybody that thinks Shawn Porter gonna win that fight. I flew all the way to New York to see Crawford versus Amir Khan. And that dude, Amir Khan, he quit, man. So, yeah, I'm going Crawford all day. I think it's going to be an easy fight. Crawford going to beat the devil out of Shawn Porter. Everybody's saying Shawn Porter's so tough and he got power. Shawn Porter ain't got no power. Man, listen. It's wild, bro. I'm going to tell you how. We going to get it. We going to get into Crawford. We going to get into that. Crawford, it's going to be way easier than people think, man. Crawford going to beat him way easier. All right, so all right, let's go back. We gonna go chronological. I'm about to bring up ESPN. We gonna go through the fights week by week, and I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna break it down, man. Let me answer a few more questions. All right, I'm on Minoxidil for 3 weeks. Love the videos. Hey, man, glad you like it, man. Hopefully you get some gains, man. All right, Amir Khan quit 100%. He was acting like, bro, I was so mad when Amir Khan quit. I wanted him to get stretched, man. I wanted him to get stretched so bad, and he quit. SNL Fitness, where do you rank Usyk? Usyk you gotta put Usyk in the top 5 pound for pound. Usyk is the definition of pound for pound. I wouldn't even be mad if you put him top 3 pound for pound right now, because he's the definition of it. To me, pound for pound means, you know what I'm saying, that to me, in order to be a top 5 pound for pound, you have to move up in weight. That's why I say Earl Spence ain't no top 5 pound for pound. You can't be pound for pound if you stay at the same weight class, because if Earl Spence move up to 154 or 160, we don't know how good he's going to be. But for Usyk to be undisputed at cruiserweight and then go up to heavyweight and beat the number 2 heavyweight and get 3 belts at heavyweight, going from cruiserweight, you got to put him in at least the top 3 cruiserweight. So I have Canelo number 1, pound for pound, Crawford number 2, and I have Usyk number 3 right now, pound for pound. Teofimo versus Kambosos. I don't even know if that fight gonna happen, man. I don't even want to see that fight. I think it's gonna be on the zone now. That's crazy, man. The way that whole situation went with Trilla and all that stuff. Yeah, Khan Glassjaw. And you know, Khan is in training camp with Terrence Crawford right now, training for a Kell Brook fight, which is actually falling apart because they say they can't agree on the weight. They say Kell Brook wanted to fight. They agreed to fight at 147. And then now Kell Brook said, I wanted to be at like 150. And then now 150.9. And Eddie Hearn said he just pretty much washed his hands of it. And that fight is not going to happen. That fight is like 5 years too late anyway. Nobody cares about Kell Brook or Amir Khan. I don't. Nah, brother, Porter fought better competition. It don't matter, bro. It don't matter. Porter fought better competition, but he ain't win nothing. Who he beat? Danny Garcia. He lost to Errol. He lost to Keith Thurman, and he gonna get. Man, it's gonna be bad, bro. I'm telling you, y'all keep on voting. Porter gonna let y'all down, bro. My boy Crawford ain't never let me down. So I'm about to pull up. We about to get on this. We about to get on ESPN. We're gonna break down the fights that's about to happen. I'm about to share. See if I can share this. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share this schedule. All right. See if y'all can see this. I'm gonna put it full screen. All right. So October 9th. All right. Hold on. Let's go down. October 9th. All right, that's tomorrow. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. Hey, this undercard, this is the best undercard of the year. You got F.A. Njabwe. You know what I'm saying? You got Adam Kwanaki. You got Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson is the future of American heavyweights. You also got J-Rock, Julian Williams, middleweight. So you got, man, this is and the thing I like about this undercard is it's a lot of heavyweights. That's what people want to see. In a big heavyweight fight, we don't want to see a bunch of flyweights and welterweights and booger weights. We want to see heavyweights. And so I like how they packed it with heavyweight contenders. So that's gonna be a good fight. The Zone also got Liam Smith. Ain't nobody watching that. The 15th, we got Emmanuel Navarrete. I ain't watching that. October 16th, you got Mikey Garcia. Ain't nobody watching that, man. Mikey Garcia was supposed to fight Rougarou, man, and he ducked him, man. We got October 16th. I don't know who those clowns are. October 16th, Huey Fury. Ain't nobody watching that. Then we got October 16th in Brooklyn. I don't know who those guys are. Let's see. Okay, now October 23rd, we got Jamel Herring versus Shakur Stevenson. We got to talk about this. And if you know anything about these guys, they both are real good friends with Terrence Crawford. Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion, when you look at all the young fighters, when you got Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, you got Javante Tank Davis. Who else you got? Ryan Garcia. Oscar Valdez. You got Boots Ennis. When you look at all those young guys, I think Shakur Stevenson is the most talented. Shakur Stevenson and Boots are the most talented guys from the upcoming generation. And I think Shakur is gonna school Jamel Herring. Like, I think it's gonna be easy work, man. But that's definitely a fight that I'm really I'm definitely looking forward to, man. Jamal, October 23rd in Atlanta, man. So I know it's gonna be packed. Let's see who else we got. What other fights we got? Because it's especially after this fight, man, it's gonna get crazy. So let me see. Okay, so October 30th, we got Dillian White versus Otto Wallin. That's actually gonna be a pretty good fight, man. I think Dillian White is gonna get that. Also got Jamal James fighting that night on Showtime. And then November 6th, Caleb Plant versus Canelo Alvarez. We got to talk about that right now. We got to talk about that. So let me get these. Hold on. Let me get the comments first. Catch up. All right, Tank over all of them to me. Tank, come on, man. Tank is the most protected fighter in boxing. Even though he's talented, Tank is talented now. And Tank could potentially beat any of those guys, like, you know what I'm saying, the smaller guys. But he don't fight nobody, and they're not going to put nobody in the ring with him that can beat him. We're going to talk about him fighting Rolly in December. But, yeah, Tank can fight, bro. I wouldn't get no ring with Tank. But I think Shakur Stevenson, from a boxing standpoint, if you look at the experience, a guy that's been mentored by Terrence Crawford, Andre Ward. He's also an Olympic silver medalist and just a pure boxer. He's been in the ring sparring with everybody, man. And I think he is the best pure boxer out of that group. And I don't know, man. I think he can beat Tank. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Shakur Stevenson is like the closest thing to Floyd Mayweather. But yeah, man. See, shampoo's $20. Shaker, I guess you're probably talking about Shakur. Yeah, Floyd is protecting Tank. Yeah, man. I don't even think it's really Floyd. It's Leonard Ellaby, man. Yeah, so for that fight, so okay, let's get back to Canelo versus I think this fight is gonna be closer than what people think, the Canelo versus Caleb Plant. But I think at the end of the day, Canelo's gonna win. Canelo's gonna wear him down. And even if it's a close fight, the only way you're gonna beat Canelo from a judging standpoint is if you knock him out. You're gonna have to knock him down, and that's not gonna happen. Canelo has one of the best jaws in boxing. You're not gonna hurt him. You're not gonna stun him. And I just, you know what I'm saying? And Caleb Plant doesn't have any power. He's not a knockout puncher. He's more of a slick fighter. And that style right there is just not going to beat Canelo. Canelo is going to win rounds just because he's going to be the aggressor of the fight. Anytime you're the aggressor and you're walking down your opponent, the judges are going to give you the benefit of the doubt compared to somebody that's slick. You know what I'm saying? Unless that slick fighter is landing a lot of punches, landing a lot of jabs, making his opponent miss, which I don't think is going to happen with Canelo. I don't think Caleb Plant is going to win. I think it's going to go down to a unanimous decision. I don't think Canelo is going to hurt him. I don't think it's going to be a knockout or anything. I just think Canelo is going to beat him on points. And then if Plant tries to fight an inside game with him, then Canelo's gonna hurt him, bro. Canelo hits so hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Canelo, he walks you down, he gets you on them ropes, and he throws that jab, and he comes with that right hand. And that right hand, he don't even necessarily have to connect to your face or your body. He hits you in your arms and your chest. It don't matter, man. And Canelo's very smart. He's very good at taking away your whatever you have that's a advantage to you, whether it's like your right hand or left hand. He will actually target that arm to try to disable that arm. He's very smart, and he's very good at placing punches. And Canelo doesn't waste punches. He doesn't really get tired. He doesn't do a lot of moving with his feet. He has good head movement. And I just think all that, man, I just can't see Caleb Plant dealing with that, man. And then he's already down on the scorecards because it's Canelo, man. Canelo got the judges in his pocket. All right, so 504 Hulk. Floyd take too long reading contracts. Floyd can't read. He don't need to know how to read. He can pay somebody to help him read. Shampoo's $20. Canelo's in a class of his own, plus the roids help. Yeah, man. I'm as big of a Terrence Crawford fan as I am. I have to put Canelo as the number one fighter right now, bro. Like Canelo, even with steroids, bro, steroids can help a little bit, but Canelo, like you said, he's in a class of his own, bro. I don't see anybody beating Canelo. The only person I think that can beat Canelo is David Benavidez. That's the only person I see that's around that weight class, that 160, 168. Jamal Charlo better not get in the ring with Canelo, man. He'll kill Jamal Charlo. John Smith, Tank hit hard for his size. Yeah, man. Tank hit hard, bro. And Tank know how to throw punches. But Tank need to stay away from 140. 140 is too big for him. He messed around and get in there with Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor will beat the devil out of Tank. I'm telling you. But around the 130, 135, Tank is a handful, man. But I think if he was to fight Shakur Stevenson, I think Shakur will outpoint him. 504 Hope. Canelo is going to give that boy some nasty body shots. Yeah, man. Canelo, it ain't even got to be no body shots, man. He hits you hard, and Canelo start hitting you in your arms and stuff like that, man. He going to stop all that dancing, man. Plant ain't going to be doing all that dancing. SNL Fitness, I felt like Tank going up in weight like that to fight Barrios was a huge risk / accomplishment. He was testing himself. I don't know, bro. I ain't never heard of no Barrios until that Tank fight, man. That was a cherry pick to me. Why he didn't fight? He didn't fight no real 140 pounder. Why he didn't try to go after Rougarou? Why he didn't try to go after Josh Taylor? Why he didn't try to go after Ramirez? He gonna go after somebody that got some created belt. I don't know, bro. I don't know about Tank, man. He protected, man. All right, Canelo broke Billy Joe. He broke his orbital bone and his cheekbone. Canelo hit hard, bro. I like Plant's confidence though, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. I will stand by my statement. Charlo brothers are trash. Yeah, they're not trash, but they're overrated, man. And they don't have that heart, bro. They not what they portray themselves to be, man. They act like they hard. They got the heart of the lions, but them dudes is cowards, bro. Like all that tough talking and all that barking and stuff. Like you can tell, like whenever they fight, whenever they, you know what I'm saying, in there with somebody that's bout it, that's on a level fighting wise, it's like they cowered down. I knew Jamal Charlo wasn't about it when he got confronted by what's his name? What's the dude that had lost? He had lost to Canelo, black guy. He's dating one of Russell Simmons' daughters or something like that. I can't even think of his name, man. But he had caught him in the back of, you know what I'm saying, Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs checked Jamal Charlo a long time ago, and I was like, oh, he ain't had that same energy for Danny Jacobs. That's when I knew. I said, oh, Charlo ain't cut like that, man. But yeah, them Charlo boys, man. I like Jamel. I like little Charlo, but I don't know, bro. I don't think they as tough as they come out to be. Did you see Canelo counter? Yeah, man. Canelo hit him with a two-piece. Canelo slipped it, caught him with that left, and then slapped him with the right, all in a blink of an eye. So yeah, man. I don't know, bro. I don't see him beating Canelo, man. I just do not see it, man. So let's get back to the rest of the fight schedule, man. So yeah, like I said, I got Canelo beating Caleb Plant. So that's November 6th. Then November 13th, we got David Benavidez. I'm definitely interested in that because his older brother Jose Benavidez is gonna be fighting. This is his first fight since he got stopped by Terrence Crawford. And then also on the zone that day, you got Jaime Munguia fighting some scrub. November 17th, Tim Tszyu. I ain't watching that. Then November 19th, and I ain't even know Boo Boo was fighting. You got Demetrius Andre. He fighting in New Hampshire on the zone. Ain't nobody gonna watch that. That man, Boo Boo is the biggest waste of talent in boxing. And then we got November 20th, Terrence Crawford versus Shawn Porter. We got to get into this. Let me put all right. So we got to get into Terrence Crawford and Shawn Porter, man. Oh, let me get this comment. Shampoo $20. I still think Loma will run circles around it. Yeah, Tank ain't fighting no Lomachenko. He ain't fighting Loma. I agree with you, man. I think Loma is too smart to beat it's too smart for Tank Davis. I think he would beat Tank. So let's get into this Crawford versus Porter, man. So I've been doing a lot of film study, especially with Terrence Crawford. Now, the thing about Terrence Crawford, you got to understand, he's a switch hitter, but he fights best in southpaw. And the thing about when he fights in southpaw, because he's naturally right-handed, that means that his jab is going to be a power jab, and he's naturally going to be able to use that jab more effectively. And I learned that too. I've been in boxing. I've been working southpaw as well, and I realized my jab is way better with my dominant hand. Not only is Terrence Crawford really good at switching up, Terrence Crawford is one of the fighters in boxing that's very comfortable fighting going forward as well as going backward. Terrence Crawford is very good at fighting off the back foot. He's very good at pivoting. He's very good at taking your jab away. He likes to counter jabs. He's very good at going over the top of your jabs. He can go over the top of your jab with the jab, and he can hook you. You know what I'm saying? From either position. Shawn Porter, on the other hand, He's an aggressive. Now he can box. He can try to box. But he's a very aggressive fighter. He has quick feet. But the thing about Shawn Porter is he gets reckless. And a lot of times when he's trying to bulldoze you and coming in, throwing those looping shots, he has his hands down. This is how Terrence Crawford is going to get him. All Terrence Crawford got to do is step back, counter with a hook. Anytime Porter is coming in, looping with his head down, can't see, if you step back, pivot, hook, bam, he's not going to see it coming. And also, Terrence Crawford can throw some no-look hooks as well. If you watch when Porter fought Keith Thurman was catching him with hooks. Keith Thurman was also catching him with looping hooks as well. And so, Shawn Porter, bro, I just don't see it, man. Shawn Porter leaves himself open too much. And I just don't see how in the world that he's going to deal with Terrence Crawford, man. Terrence Crawford got too many tools. Terrence Crawford is also a master at making adjustments in the fight. He's also very good with his power. If you get stunned by Terrence Crawford, he's going to finish you. He's going to be on you like white on rice, and the ref is going to stop the fight, whether you're really hurt or not. So, and we've seen Shawn Porter get buzzed. We've seen him get dropped. He got dropped by Adrian Broner. He got dropped by Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? He got buzzed by Keith Thurman. So he's there for the taking. He even got dropped by Udenis Ugas. They didn't call it a knockdown, but it was clearly a knockdown. And I think this Crawford fight is gonna be very similar to how Udenis Ugas outboxed Shawn Porter. So I don't even think it's gonna be close, man. I think Terrence Crawford is gonna walk through Shawn Porter, man. I think people saying it's gonna be Crawford's toughest fight. I think I don't even think it's gonna last 6 rounds, man. Be honest with you. And I put money on it. I bet anybody $20 on that fight. All right, man. So now let's get back into the rest of the schedule. We have after that, November 27th, Brandon Figueroa versus Stephen Fulton. That's going to be a good fight. I think Stephen Fulton's going to win that. Also that night you got Joseph Diaz versus Ryan Garcia. I'm not watching that fight. I could care less about Ryan Garcia. Then we got December 5th on Showtime pay-per-view. This is a pay-per-view fight. Gervonta Davis versus Rolly. They got that on pay-per-view. No, that's not even going to be a fight worth watching. Gervonta Davis going to steamroll him. What else we got? Then we got December 11th. We got Vasyl Lomachenko versus Richard Comey. Lomachenko gonna beat Richard Comey. Not even gonna be a good fight. That's like that's actually the night of the Heisman Trophy too. Then we got December 18th. We got Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall. That we already know Josh Taylor gonna wash him. And then we got December 18th, Joseph Parker versus Derek Chisora. I think Joseph Parker is gonna win that fight. All right. So yeah, man, that's basically it, man. So let's see what some of the comments say. Did you see? Yeah, I saw that. I read that one. Seb, 277 pounds is a lot of weight. I believe Tyson Fury's cardio is going to be terrible tomorrow. I got Wilder winning by TKO. And yes, I understand that Fury's a better technician, but I think he's going to lose. Yeah, man, you got a point there, man. Like I said earlier, man, I don't know how serious Tyson Fury is taking this fight. I don't know how well he's been training or anything like that. And I think he's going to look worse. He's not as prepared as he was for the second fight. And Deontay Wilder could win. He got an equalizer, but at the same time, if you watch that second fight, Deontay Wilder hit Tyson Fury with like 3 straight right hands, like hard right hands, and Tyson Fury didn't react to it. It didn't knock him down. It didn't even hurt him, didn't buzz him or anything. So I still got Tyson Fury, man. I wouldn't put no money on Wilder. I personally wouldn't. And you know what I'm saying? I know in y'all heart, y'all want Wilder to win. Y'all want to see him get the knockout. But when you think about it, other than that right hand, how else can he win that fight? Especially if Tyson Fury is pressing him and he's fighting off the back foot. I just don't see it happening, man. Like I say, I want Wilder to win because I want to see Wilder versus Dillian White. But because I definitely don't want to see Tyson Fury versus Dillian White. I don't even think Tyson Fury would even fight Dillian White. I think he would drop the belts before fighting Dillian White. But it is what it is, man. We got the next 2 months is gonna be real. It's gonna be real entertaining for boxing, man. We finally got some fights. Looks like COVID is finally starting to die down. So hopefully nothing gets rescheduled or canceled or anything like that. But yeah, man. I'm about to wrap it up, man. I might do probably Sunday. We may do like a wrap-up video, you know what I'm saying, kind of go over how the fight went. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, y'all don't put no money on Wilder and be crying and all that stuff. And because Wilder, like I said, he might jump. If he lose this fight tomorrow, if he get beat like he did in the second fight, he ain't gonna have no excuses. And you might see Wilder jump off a cliff or run in front of a bus because Twitter ain't gonna show no mercy on him. The internet is not gonna show no mercy on him. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all for tapping in for another one of these live streams, man. I'm gonna do a live stream soon, just going over minoxidil questions and answers and stuff like that for all the new guys that are getting into minoxidil and don't really want to go and look at my old videos, which I understand. Just kind of do a refresher. But like I said, I appreciate y'all for watching. I'm about to end it, and you know what I'm saying? I'll see y'all next time.